Hey guys, welcome to Riding Shotgun. I'm your host, Dr. Lorie Lofquist. This podcast is going to take you for a ride in the passenger seat. So climb aboard so that you can get armed with everything that you need to know in order to make health and wellness decisions that are important for your life and your family's life. So sit back, relax, and let's roll. The next myth we're going to talk about is spinal adjustments hurt. Now, while it's true, spinal adjustments, the first time especially, feel extremely weird, in general, a spinal adjustment is not going to hurt. Relief is usually instant. In very acute conditions where you're already coming in and you're already in a lot of pain, the body is already inflamed, the adjustment itself can feel very sharp. But right after the adjustment's over, it's almost an immediate letdown of the pain and everything is feeling so much better. After the adjustment's over, a couple hours later, you can feel some muscle soreness set in. This is typically because muscles move bones, bones move muscles, and whenever we move the joint back in place, the muscle no longer needs to be tight because it doesn't have to pull on that bone to try to reset it into its proper alignment. So the muscle then becomes very sore because it's gotten a workout over however long that joint has been misaligned. Another myth we're going to talk about is adjustments are dangerous. And while it's a little nerve-wracking to have to answer this question to somebody, the science is behind us. There'll be a lot of people out there that will point to poor science that says, oh, chiropractors cause stroke. And if you actually really take those articles out and you read them, you will find that in a lot of this research, it was poorly done. It was medical doctors pretending to know what they were doing and adjusting patients. It was massage therapists adjusting patients. It was beauty salons or something like that was pulling on the neck or tractioning the neck, and then that led into it. In some of those cases, there are chiropractors in there. But in general, the risk of stroke with chiropractic adjustment is less than 1% of 1%. And all of these things are estimated because I haven't seen a single article that was done 100% on chiropractors. But I will tell you that if I was running around causing strokes, my malpractice insurance would be through the roof. A first-year chiropractor pays less than $500 a year. A first-year chiropractor pays less than $500 for the whole first year that they are in practice for their malpractice insurance. Now, you guys have heard me talk about insurance companies before, and they all weigh out their risk and benefit. And you better believe that if chiropractors were running around hurting people, we would be paying a lot more than that. So if you go and you talk to a surgeon that is performing surgeries, ask them what their malpractice insurance is, because I bet you it's more than $500 a month, or even double or triple of that. Insurance companies know the deal. They know that we're not dangerous to the public. They know that it's less than 1% of 1% that's going to get hurt with chiropractic care. So there is very, very, very little risk involved with getting your chiropractic adjustment done. In fact, if you go and you look at some more studies, you're going to find out that it is statistically more likely that you are going to die from riding a bicycle, getting struck by lightning, or just taking a simple aspirin than having chiropractic care. There's a much higher risk of injury with any surgical procedure that you put forth, any injection, or even taking properly prescribed prescription medicines. Chiropractic care is safe, it's effective, the insurance companies know it, and now you know it. Next, cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis. I love this myth because the research has been done and it shows that not only does it not cause arthritis, it actually helps prevent, which is the thing that chiropractors always say. Movement is life. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So cracking your knuckles moves around the synovial fluid inside the joint and it helps prevent arthritis buildup. You're less likely to have osteoarthritis. That's fantastic news because I pop my knuckles multiple times a day. Now, does it make your knuckles a little bit bigger? It can. It can make your knuckles a little bit bigger, but it is not going to cause arthritis. The same is true for your back. If you apply that same principle to the synovial joints in your knees, your hips, your toes, you are much less likely to get osteoarthritis in a joint that is functionally moving correctly than one that is stuck and not moving properly. I thought I would never hear this. I actually heard this the other day. I had a patient say, I don't like it when you grind my bones together. And I said, ma'am, what are you talking about? Grind your bones together. And ultimately, after talking to her, I realized she doesn't like the popping noise that comes with the adjustment. So when you get an adjustment, for those of you that have never had a chiropractic adjustment, there can be, and most often is, an audible pop heard with the chiropractic adjustment. It just comes along. It is not your bones grinding together. It's not your bones rubbing together. It is the action of the adjustment. And it is not required for correction. I, many times, will adjust something. We don't get that audible pop, but I can feel that bone move back into alignment. That popping sound that you're hearing is the gases moving around in the joint when the joint space opens. So oftentimes I can adjust somebody, not get that audible pop, and they still get so much relief from the adjustment. That audible pop is something that a lot of people do look for if they've had chiropractic care for a while. And it's just simply, no one ever explained to them the pop is not required. In this patient specifically that doesn't like the bones cracking together or the popping sound, there are very low force techniques that can be implemented that makes it much less likely that you're going to hear that popping sound. So if that is something that bothers you and you just really can't stand it, ask your chiropractor if there is a lower force technique that they could implement so that you don't hear that cracking sound or that popping sound.
Hey guys, what a ride. I hope you enjoyed it. Now that you have been armed with that knowledge, I want you to go out and apply it. Know someone who could benefit from this info? Please share it with them. We'd love to hear from you. Call or text us at 636-678-4342. Or better yet, stop in and say hi the next time you're around our Fenton, Missouri office.